All right. Good afternoon. I just wanted to say real quick. I'm gonna go over one stock real quick, but I wanted to show you my, article that I wrote, pretty much outlining my strategy on here. Like I said, I've learned from investors before me, traders before me, so I have an understanding or an idea of what they're doing, and I try to develop it into my own. So this whole article on LinkedIn, if you just type in my name, Jermaine Russell, on LinkedIn, you will see this article, and it really does detail pretty much everything. What I look for, how I actually scan, and how do I use technical analysis to identify a stock and identify where my entry and exit points are. So with that being said, you can check that out later. I do want to go to American Semiconductor because during the week it was doing really well. I guess it's been doing pretty well for a little while now. Right now it is a little overbought, but I would like to focus in on the first green day in which I purchased this stock. Let me take out my stylus real quick. Sorry. I'm trying to hurry up so I can get the yoga. But essentially, this day right here, this is where I bought. I bought on the first green day, and you'll see in my strategy, I talk about how buying on the first green day actually increases your chances, increases your odds on being successful with finding winning trades. So this one, on this day, this was on the 6th of February. I forgot what day that was. I think it was Tuesday, or what have you. It was a good day. It was a good day. Something happened with the CFO, and if I remember correctly, I might be mixing that up with another stock. But essentially, it had a good, strong performance on that day. And then the following day, which tends to happen, and I will go in let's go 1 minute, 4 days. So each candlestick represents 1 minute, and this is over the course of 4 days. Let's zoom this in. So zooming this in, we see over the past couple of days, it's been uptrending, right? So when I saw this, I saw it uptrending on Wednesday. Yep. So uptrended on Wednesday, and it had a strong pullback, and this popped up in my scanner itself. So when it popped up on my scanner and it came up to resistance, which is up here, right at around 1410 or so, it pulled back, and it pulled back to support. And as you can see, this support is similar to the support in the previous days, which was at Tuesday. So on that Tuesday, it actually held support right around that 1250 area. And then once it started showing some strength, I actually started buying right around here in 1325. And the reason why I bought at 1325 is that on my strategy, you will see this green line, forget this yellow line. The green line and the purple line are my biggest indicators. The green line is the 100-day moving average. The purple line is the VWAP, and the 100-day moving average is pretty much lets you know what the price is on that day from the past 100 days. So it's using an average on 100 days as a price for the price on that day on the minute chart. So I like that. Then the VWAP kind of does the same thing, but it uses volume and a weighted average price. So it allows you to combine how many shares people are buying this equity with and at the price. So it gives you an average on that. So once it starts trading in between these two, in my strategy, if the 100-day moving average crosses over the VWAP, then the VWAP goes, the price continues to go higher. And that's what actually happened. And on this day, on Thursday, when it was consolidating right here, even though I was kind of anticipating a run up, Wednesday, that's when Wells Fargo started to crash. So it was not allowing anything. And I wanted to sell near resistance, right at this $14 area. Wells Fargo was down, meaning pretty much the whole day. Not the whole day, until about 1 p.m., which is an eternity for a day trader. So as it was consolidating here, as you can tell, it pulled back. But after that pullback, it held that support at 1350, which is right here. Remember, 1350 was was also, well, former resistance became support, broke down. So now it became resistance, full-time support, I mean, at 1350, it bounces, and then you see the 1-day moving average crosses over the VWAP, and it goes higher. I actually sold at 1485, I think, or 1482. It was in the 1480s when I sold. But essentially, this pattern works all the time. Once you start seeing that the 1-day moving average crosses over the VWAP, the price goes higher on the day. And identifying patterns like this is what's ideal. So I will show the next trade that I did on here after this, but I definitely wanted to highlight AMSC on this trade and how this single technical has been helpful in identifying high bullish stocks on the day. So I'm very grateful for this. Until the next video, so long.